Okay, off to the sewing machine. It's time to sew. You have your two pieces and they're nested together. You're going to take them, because what you're making is you're making a 4-patch, so it's going to look like this. All right, take them, let them nest, and you're going to sew your 1/4 inch seam allowance, and you're going to join these two pieces so that when you open this up, you have a 4-patch. But now here's a fun tricky thing I'm going to have you do. I'm going to have you press in a 4-patch spiral. So let's look at this little piece for a second. All right, this is what I want you to do. I want you to open the first seam sewn in the second seam allowance. Sounds simple, doesn't it? Okay, what the heck did I just say? When these two pieces were sewn together, this was the first seam sewn. All right, this is the second seam, and this itty-bitty thing right up here, this 1/4 inch, is the seam allowance. So this is the first seam sewn in the second seam's seam allowance. This is what we're going to open. Here's the high-tech terms. Can you see on here that there's a little 1/4 inch box? I have a little yellow box, and underneath here is a little blue box. In other words, that's your little seam allowance. You have exactly the same thing on the back. What I want you to do is you're going to grab the seam allowance, not the flap. Grab the seam allowance, not the flaps. And can you see how in my right hand the yellow piece overlaps the blue piece? That's the hand that's going to come to me, and my other hand's going to go away. And I literally pull the seam open. Now, got a little duplicate 4-patch back there? Alrighty, open this up, lay it flat. How the yellows want to spin? Well, the rest of them want to spin too. I'm just going to press that down in a 4-patch spiral.